are back again. Episode 161. Sorry, I'm trying to keep from vomiting in my
I
mouth
was like, what are you doing?
I was
after
like,
what
are you
I
okay?
witnessed yesterday. We're back, episode 161, Yinzertainment podcast. Jordan Fidge Newton. Let me try again. Defigio.
Yeah, you got it. Crushed it.
Bingo.
Killed it.
Boom.
Back on the podcast, recurring guest now. How are you? Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
I'm also trying to like choke back some dry heaves because that game was really rough. I'm
know.
pumped about Christmas. Everything else is pretty swell, but the Steelers have quite an effect on my emotional health.
Yeah.
So
I wish
more than I would like.
yeah, right.
Well,
At the end of the night, I'm just sitting there like, why do I let them do this to me? It's my fault.
3 weeks in a row. 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah, but the 11 prior were phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh, what a high, dude. What a high.
A
Hey,
very
every high
extended
has to come
high.
down, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
But
guess
this
what?
dramatically does it.
I know. And I wish we could have you on under better circumstances, but unfortunately this is just how it goes.
I'm glad I'm here this week because misery loves company. And
Well, we need to hear. I mean, we've had you on when they win. We need to need to hear your comments after a few
Exactly.
losses.
Yeah.
A few.
We
Oh,
will
it hurts.
Yeah, that sucks to say.
A few in a row.
Damn.
Dude, and the worst part is they've been on fucking prime time. Like, that's...
Yeah.
Like,
Which is again part of the problem because they're on prime time. I can't go over to Alex's to watch the game. Ipso facto,
I blame
Steelers
us.
loss.
I blame us.
Yeah, it is. You guys literally watched the game together for 11 weeks and then stopped.
Yeah, like full food spreads too. Like,
Well, that's like the other half that I just miss so damn much is just gorging myself on Sundays with, oh, what are you making for the game, dude? Oh, sweet, I'm gonna bring this, and we're just gonna pig out and drink a bunch
Well,
of.
And
that's
juice.
why we're losing.
Right. That's what I said, Jordan. It's their fault.
We took
I agree.
ownership.
Together.
I'm not gonna fight that.
We took blame last week. I'll take all that blame. But it's like 7:20 game, and then it's not over till 10:30, and then what? You expect me to leave your house at 11 o'clock?
If that would mean that they would be 14-0, yes.
Yeah.
Well,
you do what you need to do.
Hindsight is
gonna
2020. Yesterday I even took off my TJ Watt jersey at halftime that I've been wearing every game. So I figured third time's the charm on as far as losses go. After the first two losses, I gave it one more shot. Now I have to find something else to wear on Sunday.
Now you have to burn that jersey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't wear that anymore. It's over.
My girlfriend's gonna be pissed because that was a Christmas gift. So sorry,
Gift it back
babe.
to her this year.
Yeah.
All the ashes after I just torch it.
See, now I don't even want to tell you what jersey I was wearing the last 3 weeks. Yes.
It
Big
had
Ben?
to have been. Do you have a Mean Joe?
I only have 2 jerseys actually.
What
you
were you
gonna tell us?
rocking?
My Troy Polamalu.
Troy, that's right. What are you
Ooh.
rocking over there right now, Jordan?
This is my Cam Hayward color rush.
Oof.
Yeah.
Love a good color rush.
Beast. I love that guy.
He's
The Watt
best.
jersey is my only one, and I refuse to wear it today. So you get
Yeah,
a
well.
Pirates shirt instead,
There you
and
go.
and a Steel City hat, courtesy of Michael.
That's right. Woo. They're so
stopped-
great.
They are. I stopped buying jerseys a while ago because every time I would get a current player jersey, they'd be gone.
Mm.
And half of me thought it was kind of like I cursed them, but the other half was like I should just not spend the money on it. If anything, I'll buy like a Heinz Ward jersey or a Palomalu. Because the jerseys I have are Mike Wallace and James Harrison. And Harrison,
Mike
I
Wallace.
respect them both. They we drafted Wallace, so that's a reason to hold on to it. And James Harrison, it's the Super Bowl jersey, in which you already know. And I hate the way he ended it with the Steelers, but I feel like he's back in there. He's more respected now.
He seems to have returned to the good graces, even if he's just on the fringe.
Yes,
Yeah, because I saw something that he posted today about how the loss affected him, and he referred to the Steelers as we or his team or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember the specific wording, but he is pretending like all of that nonsense just didn't happen, I guess.
And people don't forget.
No,
I'll
they
never
do not.
forget. Absolutely
Whatever.
not.
So bogus.
Just like
Yeah.
it's going to be really hard to forget the past 3 weeks here. Fucking, I was talking. I was trying to hold off. I was trying not to, but I guess
Yeah,
we need to.
I was distracting us with the James.
Yeah,
talk.
yeah. Keep going. What else you got?
I had a Mike Wallace jersey too, and then
Did
he
you?
left.
Is
Yes,
it a
I did.
Bumblebee one? Because that's what I have.
It was just a regular home.
That's
jersey.
also why I don't want to get
Gone
rid of it.
somewhere.
Yeah, dude, you
'cause
can't get rid of the.
I love the
Bumblebee, that's
Bumblebee
for
jersey.
sure.
They're classic.
They're so sick.
So
Yeah.
sick. Just like I was yesterday watching the
Yeah.
Steelers.
All right, let's just dive right into this.
Okay, we can't put it off anymore.
I'm just working on my transitions, honestly. You guys keep going.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah. Third week in a row, the Steelers lose to a 2-10, if I'm not mistaken, Bengals team.
2-10-1.
Oh yeah, that's right.
No, they were. Weren't they 2-11-1?
Could
I
have
saw
been.
yesterday they were 2-10-1.
Yeah, I'm looking at the score, thescore.com, and
Okay.
it says they're 3-10-1.
Okay, then
So
I
yesterday they
imagined
were
it.
2-10-1.
The number that really matters there though is the 3, and that's not a lot. And we
No,
lost
and
to
it's
them.
not. It's not a lot, and we have a 3 in a column too.
Wow.
Not a
Fucking
lot.
Ew.
Love that mindset out of you.
It's not a lot.
It's
We're in
not
the
a lot.
playoffs.
Wow.
But go ahead, Ty. We have to talk about it.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Rip
We
the
have to
Band-Aid
talk
off.
through our problems here on the Yinzertainment podcast. It's what
Yeah.
we do. We're here for each other. I'll console you. You can
Group
cry on my
therapy.
shoulder.
Okay.
It's all good. But yeah, to a third string quarterback, mind you.
Who I started in fantasy football.
Wow.
I sat Big Ben. Like we were going to the playoffs, and I'm not going to the playoffs, so I just thought it would be a joke against Ty. That's who I'm playing. I was like, oh, whatever. The game doesn't matter. I'll start Ryan Finley. Sat Big Ben. Finley put up like 18 points. Big Ben put up 7.
Yeah. Which
Third string quarterback.
which tells you all you need to know about
Yeah.
yesterday's game.
He had 101 rating against us last night.
How many rushing yards did that man have? Because I'll tell you what, they were running the read option with that third string, tall, lanky, white quarterback like he was Lamar Jackson.
Bro, as soon
Yeah.
as they ran the option like 2 or 3 times in the first quarter, and after the last one, I was like, bro, he's gonna keep it these next few times, and that's I tried
Thank
not
God
to
for
watch,
Mika
but that's what
Fitzpatrick,
happened.
Who started to catch on to it.
Yeah. Well,
But I mean, and Giovanni Bernard too. They ran
Yeah.
all over us.
Ty, we did our little pregame predictions, and I literally said, nope, they're not gonna run Steelers defense will shut down the run game. Gio Bernard's not gonna 2 touchdowns.
You were wrong on all accounts.
Oh yeah.
There's only so
all
much
over.
the defense can do when the offense is going out there just to punt the ball away again. And the defense started out solid.
They
They look-
always do.
They do, but eventually the wear and tear of having a shitty offense just gets to them, and they
Yeah.
start to kind of erode as well. And it's, oh God, so infuriating and heartbreaking.
Well,
to
as the
watch.
game goes on, when you start off the first quarter with 3 and outs in a row, and your
Ty.
defense has to constantly be out on the field, they're gonna
Mhm.
get tired. And by the time the second half rolls around, they're gonna be dead. Here's a
Yeah.
stat for you: 4 straight games the Steelers have with a 3 and out on their first drive, and they have gone 3 and out on 52% of all of their total drives this season.
I saw the Jets have scored on in 8 straight weeks on their first possession.
Yeah.
The goddamn Jets.
And that
The
was my
what?
reaction. The goddamn Jets in 8 consecutive weeks have scored on their opening possession.
Isn't Frank Gore the running back for the Jets?
Yeah,
Yeah,
isn't Adam Gase the coach of the Jets?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
is happening? What dimension are we living in?
Right?
What's
that
going
literally
on?
doesn't add up.
I think we've talked about this previously, just how this football season in particular feels
It's
like
weird.
it's just not right.
But
Mm-mm.
well, I wanted to say, Ty, you said 3 straight weeks or 4 straight weeks starting with a 3 and out. And you said in the first quarter of this game last night how the first half it went 3 and out, 3 and out, fumbled away, 3 and out, fumbled away, interception, 3 and out, 3 and out. In the first half, that's literally
It's just not how you win
the
a football game.
Steelers.
No, that's embarrassingly bad. The Steelers with Ben Roethlisberger under center, not under center, sorry, in shotgun.
Yeah.
Because when
Yeah.
he's under center, he doesn't get the damn ball.
And it's so frustrating because we have so many weapons. We have
Mhm.
arguably, like, I know this is a biased opinion, but I think if you match up our three receivers against any other three in the league, we have the best all around receiving core. Deontay,
I could see
Juju,
that.
Chase.
I mean, you'd have to take a tight end from each team too. And yeah, I would put
Ebron's
I would put us up there against some teams. But
Maybe like the
regardless-
Buccaneers or whatever. But yeah, you get it.
well,
They're-
I mean,
they
I
have
would
the
s-
weapons.
I would
Mhm.
say it's not the point, but I would say the Chiefs because
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
okay,
Tyreek
right.
Hill and Travis Kelce.
Nicole Hardman and
any of pick a
Demarcus
third.
Robinson. No, seriously, like those guys.
Yeah,
You just put them in there, they'll burn you and catch the ball.
Yeah.
right.
But that's not what we're here to talk about.
I mean, it is
and-
now. Let's talk.
I mean,
no, I'm just kidding.
I mean, dude, from the beginning, it just seemed like the Bengals wanted this game more than we did.
Yeah.
Like I just felt like we were like, don't even go like from a technical standpoint. They were just playing way more fucking harder than we were, right? Like, and I know me and McGrory are gonna get into it about this.
Don't. If you're about to say what I think you're gonna say, don't say it.
No,
Oh,
good.
we're
Say
not-
it because I was going to ask about
Say it because I don't know what you're about to say. And now I'm very curious.
No, because I'm like 50-50 on it, but it's the whole Juju dancing before the game.
I knew that's where this was going.
Ah.
It has to get brought up, right? I love Juju, right?
I wanted to bring it up, of course, but I think some of us are on the fence about it all, and I know where Michael stands on it. Jordan, I'd love to get your opinion on the
Yeah.
Juju dancing thing.
Like I'm half of me's like, yeah, dude, bro, do you like? I don't give a fuck. Keep it lighthearted. Part of me's like, the last 3 weeks, I feel like all three defenses have come out firing on us, and I feel like we're just giving them a little bit of like, like motivation instead of like to be like, oh, you want to do that? Like that's what you want to do? Like fuck you. Like, and I hate to like think about it that way, but if we win, I think I have a different mentality. But I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. Like I love Juju no matter what. And it's not his fault because it takes a whole team to lose a game. I'm not saying it's his fault, but
it adds fuel to the fire. Absolutely,
the-
it puts a target on your back.
Right.
and I hate the way the media blows it out of proportion. Like
Yeah, it's fucked up.
And that's my biggest.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan, chime in, please.
So right off the bat, I have a lot of different opinions and feelings about it that aren't necessarily related to one another, but kind of are. So I don't think this should be something that's being talked about, especially not by the media in Pittsburgh. Like, who gives a fuck? I just like,
right.
why are you spending so much time talking about this? First of all, that's the least of our problems, at least in my mind. However, I also hate TikTok, and I hate watching people do TikTok dances, which is why I don't go on TikTok. And whenever I see him do those dances, I get that same feeling as the last time I walked into Sears or thought about MySpace. It just makes me feel really like confused and disoriented and kind of like skeeved out a little bit. It makes me uncomfortable.
It's like cringeworthy almost.
Yes, exactly.
yeah.
It's a grown
I
ass
just-
man fucking
Yeah,
dancing like a
what is
kid.
that? I don't know how to make sense of it in my mind. I think you're right. If we were winning, this wouldn't be a topic of conversation, and like that's not why we're losing. However,
Exactly.
whenever you are losing, the way you carry yourself means something. And when that's how you're choosing to carry yourself throughout a 3-game losing streak, it's not a good look. So if it were me, and it's not me, I don't care what Juju does. Like that's kind of where I've landed on it. If he really wants to do that, fine, let him. Stop talking about it.
Yeah.
Just let it go. But if it were me in that situation and I was super into TikTok and dancing and I was good at dancing and or whatever that is, I
Dancing.
would at least have the wherewithal to be like, maybe I should cool it with this for a little bit and not be so focused in the pregame warm-ups and rituals on getting this fucking TikTok video as I am getting
Yeah.
my mind ready to play the Bengals or whoever.
That statement I could absolutely get behind. And I don't think anyone's actually said it like that.
Yeah, that honestly, that might be the first time.
You know,
that anyone's
everyone's
been
saying,
like,
"Oh my
"Where's his
God,
head
he's
at?"
such a
Yeah.
douchebag. He's putting fuel to the fire, this and that." But it's like, no, it's his camera crew's on the fucking field, or his guy with his phone is on the field, and he's orchestrating a dance prior to the start of the game when everyone else is warming up and getting their mind right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. 100%.
That I could absolutely get behind.
And that's been my whole thing is like when you're winning, it's one thing, but when you start going on a losing skid like that, pump the brakes. Like you said, have the wherewithal to be like, okay, we need to focus up and get back and get right. But he's still out there doing it. And again, I don't give a fuck. Like, do you, whatever, don't care, have fun with it. That's why I adore Juju, is because he's willing to have fun with it, as you should. But there's a time and a place, I think, and when you're losing to the likes of the goddamn Bengals, stop.
Maybe not the time or the place.
Yeah, just please.
What would I tell you if he was dancing and did all that while they were winning?
I still wouldn't understand it.
Yeah,
like I just don't get the hype around it.
I mean, it's like LeBron James clapping the chalk. That's what he does before the game.
Yeah. And it's sure.
Is
Yeah.
it disrespectful before the game? Like, yeah, I could see how it could be disrespectful to the other team, but it's not like T.O. who scores a touchdown and then runs to the middle of the field and it's just what he's doing.
Yeah. And I don't think he is being disrespectful by it. Or
No.
I don't think he even means anything.
He's literally
by
just making
it.
content.
Yeah. It's literally just because he wants to have those videos to put on TikTok. And
which is a problem, I guess.
Which, maybe, yeah.
The more we talk
when you break it down, when you break it down like that.
Yeah,
it just gets twisted. It gets twisted, right?
It gets twisted, and your mind just should not be like TikTok should be the furthest thing from your mind an hour before you're suiting up to take the field. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. If that is his priority, like, all right, I don't have to understand it. That's fine. Like, if you really enjoy it, you go for it. I have to remind myself too that he's like what? 22, 24. Okay. Like,
which is
young.
Yeah, I think so.
I thought he was younger. I don't know why.
We'll look it up.
And then Deion. Well,
yeah, I think you are right. I think he is. He's 24. I do remember hearing them saying that last night.
Honestly, I can't even remember at this juncture.
Yeah, but he's acting like he's 19. But
that's okay. Like,
it's fine.
Yeah,
You're
and
young.
like you said,
26.
we don't have to.
I don't act 26.
No, I think that's one of the things we always said that we loved about Juju. That I was like, he has fun, but when it's time for business, it's time for business. And this is where it gets a little like murky, right? Like it's like
nice word,
business
murky.
But...
Yeah, and I have to say this before I forget it, but there's a tweet from doesn't matter, it looks like a bot maybe, but it says, media, we wish players would be themselves and have fun and talk, right? So the players, they start being honest, expressing themselves and having fun. And then the media says, just shut up and play the game. Like, Ty, you hit on it. I love Juju because he's just like us. He's a kid. He's a young adult who's having fun with his profession. And it's being skewed a little, but I mean, at the end of this, you really maybe shouldn't be mixing your two professions. Like, he gets paid from TikTok, I'm sure. So, I mean, maybe keep your phone in the locker room.
Yeah. How you gonna make good content though, bro?
That's up to your camera crew. Pay them, bro.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like,
have
he
them
shouldn't
sit
have
in
to
the
think
end
about
zone
it.
and get a
Yeah,
TikTok of him catching a fucking touchdown, bro. He had
Yeah.
15 yards.
seriously, it's not that hard. Like, it's my place of employment doesn't care what I do in my off time. I do this podcast. I drink a ton of beer. Like, I talk
Sound
about
like
drinking
us.
beer. Yeah. And
That's
but
why we
like
get
I'm
along.
not gonna take my equipment and a cold one and break it open in my office at the church and be like, but it's my passion. Like,
Yeah.
deal with it. Like, I love this. It's just and he's young, so I like that's why I don't really care, because he's young. Like, he'll
And
figure it out.
Yeah.
Let him figure it out. He'll get to a point or a level of maturity where he's like, you know what? Maybe I don't need to be recording for TikTok right now because I'm about to go out and play the first drive for the Steelers, like, or whoever he's with. Those are things that fix themselves over time, and
Absolutely.
I'm way more concerned about what's going on with Ben and
Yeah.
Right. It's
that
not an
whole
individual
situation.
game.
Yeah.
And we all agree on that. It's not. That's not the. Juju's not the reason they're losing, but it doesn't
Yeah.
help.
No,
Well, it
Um,
becomes an
terrible.
issue when they start losing games because it just sheds more light on them and more
Yeah.
people are paying attention and more people are seeing it. And now everyone's got
Yeah.
a fucking opinion. When we were
Mhm.
winning, you didn't hear anything
Yeah.
about it.
But when
No.
we were winning, people would still talk shit. And
Yeah.
I know all of Steelers Twitter was posting the Pittsburgh clothing, whatever. Everyone hates us or everyone's against us. Like, fuck it. Like, yeah. No, we don't. The what is it? Bad publicity is good publicity. Like,
Yeah.
they
Oh,
need
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They need this to fucking get. They need it to fuel their own fire.
Yeah.
No shit, man. No shit. And
It's insane.
let's talk about Ben.
Oh.
For weeks upon weeks, all season this year, we have said the play calling sucks. Randy Fichtner sucks. Something needs to change. Yesterday's game was not Fichtner. Yesterday's game, unfortunately, was all Ben. It almost
Mhm.
looked like Mason Rudolph after he came out the next
After he
time
got
after
hit in
getting
the
hit in the
head.
head, like deer in headlights type of thing. It almost looked like that for Ben, and I'm
Mhm.
trying to find out why.
It was so
It's
confusing.
beyond me, dude.
Yeah.
I don't have words for this.
Like,
Yeah.
is he hurt? And like, my thing, so I just did an episode of Helmet Hair, and what I was kind of expressing there too was, it's not like Ben came back from his surgery in the off season and then took the field and looked awful. Like, he came back and was putting up really solid numbers. He was making smart throws. He was reading the field well, and he was just being a great field general, great quarterback, really consistent. And now all of a sudden it's like he doesn't see the open guy. He is making really stupid, ill-timed throws. He's
His
unable
most
to do
consistent
anything.
passes are to the defensive line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, something has to have happened. I don't know what it is, but like, it's not like all of a sudden in the span of 2 weeks, Father Time caught up to him and was like,
Yeah.
"You're done." It
Yeah, there's
doesn't
no
work
way.
that way. So my feeling is like, okay, is he hurt? Because something else is going on behind the scenes here that we're not privy to. And if that's the case, like, you need to sit him, because he's costing us games at this point, and we need him healthy for the playoffs, because we're not going to make a solid run at the Super Bowl with Mason Rudolph.
If we get the Ben we
I
saw
don't- yeah.
yesterday come playoff time, we're fucked and bounced in the
One
first
and
round.
done. Yep.
One and done, easy, no questions asked. I mean, the second half he seemed to find it a little bit, but again, they're a one half team. They always have been, usually the second half. But it's like, again, come playoff time, can't have that. Need to be firing out the gate. Can't be throwing stupid picks, missing a wide open receiver. I mean, it was bad.
Yeah, it was so bad.
And not to mention 1 week after he says, "Oh yeah, I'm playing next year," no doubt.
Mhm.
Like I'm ready and capable. It's like that was maybe not the game to not show up to, but
No. Oh my God, so terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on there.
I wonder if like he's starting to maybe question himself or making questionable throws and stuff because offensively, like we've said, we have not looked good the last 3 weeks with all the
No.
passes and not being able to make plays. Like it's kind of like we're not giving him an out where it's like he has to try and give us an out. Like he's trying to push us forward and then get us out every time.
Well, and
Yeah.
our offensive line isn't doing him any favors.
So bad this year.
So
What happened?
bad.
I mean,
they just
injuries
look
for
so
one.
disinterested. Well, and the veterans are just, getting old as dirt at this
Yeah.
point, and they just don't seem to care. Like it was it David DeCastro a couple weeks ago who in one of his spots with the media was just like, I don't know what to tell you, it just sucks. Like he was so flat, and nothing about him sounded like he wanted to be there or play football or try at all. And it's like, dude, if that's how you feel, then get out.
Yeah.
Quit. Like pull an Andrew Luck, retire mid-game. We don't care because we don't want you if you don't want to be here and you don't want to try. Like
Right.
it's just embarrassing at this point, the amount of effort that line is giving. And not having Dotson in was a huge loss because he's the only guy who seems to give a shit. And like everybody else is just clueless, it seems like.
Yeah, well, you saw it pretty clearly on that 4th and 1 we had in yesterday's game with Benny Snell, where he had to jump over the offensive line to get the first down. The offensive line just doesn't push the ball forward. Like there's no pushing them, there's no drive, and it's like you said, they almost look like they don't give a shit. I don't know. And it sucks because they've always had such a good offensive line. It's always been top tier, and then.
Yep.
An older Ben, a shitty line. He's getting hit more.
It's
can't
an
run
older
the ball.
line too.
Yeah, that's true.
They've been
True.
with Ben since Ben.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
and Ramon Foster retired
Mhm.
last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
and
it's
now
tough.
you're just filling in pieces. And I mean, we've seen it so many times over the last handful of years. Why are there so many fumbles from under center? Is that Ben or is that Pouncey?
Is it both?
I,
What's going on? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand. They've both been in the league for a great amount of time.
Almost 2 decades.
And they've been
Yeah.
playing football for, I would assume, at least a decade before that.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I don't know, man.
It's really not that difficult. It may be that they just
It may be
never
difficult,
line up in
and I've
that
never done it.
position. But like they're in shotgun 98% of the time, if not more than that. So whenever they do line up with Ben under center, I feel like it's just a freaking clown show. Like the circus is like
Maybe he doesn't like touching Pouncey's butt.
honestly, that is like the one explanation that kind of gives me comfort. It's like, oh, well, at least that explains it.
Yeah, at least give me something to go off of.
Yeah, come on.
And
Yeah.
I mean, contrary to belief, if you guys could believe this, the Steelers defense is ranked 9th, or not defense, offensive line is ranked 9th in the NFL.
That's way off.
Way
Off base.
Did
I
they
know it's-
only survey like 9 teams?
Really is 2020.
No,
Wow.
seriously.
That's wild.
That's crazy. That's ridiculous to me.
That does not seem like it
Let's
should be
talk about
accurate.
some positive points from
Okay.
the offensive side of the ball that I saw yesterday.
You found some?
Yeah, I mean, there's always a diamond in the rough somewhere, you know.
Okay, yeah.
Enlighten us, please.
I can't wait to hear this.
Number one, Deontay Johnson was catching the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
He
that he
looks
had
good.
any drops. Ben overthrew him or outthrew him a couple times, but he was catching the ball and he looked good doing it. Had a touchdown. Shout out him.
Yeah, he had 13 targets, 8 receptions, 59 yards, and a score.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not bad.
a good bounce
Especially
back.
after
He's-
his last couple weeks.
he's been getting over, I feel like 10 targets for the last 6 weeks.
For the last 16
Since they
weeks?
stopped throwing it to Claypool for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
which
they don't
is-
want it. They don't want him to hit that rookie wall. You got to be really careful because you hit that wall and you're fucked.
Well, I
See-
thought
There's no
Tomlin
coming
said,
back from that.
I thought Tomlin said he did hit a wall, and that's why they lowered his snap count.
No, they said they were afraid he was going to hit the wall. So
Oh.
they pulled
Explain
him
that to
out.
me. What does that
Yeah,
mean? Hitting
what-
the wall?
I don't know. Ask Tomlin. It's just another one
A
of
rookie
his
wall. I mean,
things.
let the
Yeah.
dude go out there and ball out. What the fuck?
Yeah. Stop. Keep playing him until he stops playing well. Like that logic to me was just baffling. And I don't. This alternate dimension that we're in this year, even that couldn't help make sense of whatever he was saying.
It's like an NBA player, rookie, putting up 25 points a game in his first fucking 2 weeks of playing, and then they're like, nah, no,
You better slow down.
yeah, we should pump the brakes on you for
Yeah.
the next 4 weeks,
We don't need that much from you.
and then they'll fucking lose.
Uh-huh.
Like what?
Less of being good,
Those
more
are the
of
answers here.
doing less. Yeah, it's weird. But anyway, positive
Back to the
point number
good.
2. The offensive play calling looked much better yesterday. A lot of play action
Yeah.
passes, so a couple Ben rollouts, which didn't look good on
Mm.
his
Did
accord.
they
But
did they have a lot of motion plays? Were there a lot of people in motion?
I
Yeah.
saw a few.
Okay,
A
It was a
few-
because I
good
was gonna
bit,
say that is also a key to success is
Mhm.
Yeah.
keeping the defense on their toes. Where's this? Why is he going over here? Where's he going?
Yeah.
And from what I could tell on Twitter, all of Steelers Twitter was pretty pleased with the offensive play calling as well. So
Yeah.
shouts
Was
out
it that
them.
they were pleased with the play calling, or that they were just mad at Ben for not executing?
Could be. It could be it. Could be a little bit
Both.
both.
Because
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I that's how I was
Uh-oh.
right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Hang on. My screen dropped down. Give me a sec.
Oh, not a screen
No.
drop, dude.
God. How are we gonna
Um,
recover?
I mean, I guess to keep continuing with good points while Ty's gone
Mhm.
is Benny Snell did have 84 yards rushing.
Yeah, he looked good, and with very little given to him from the offensive line. Like he
He worked for
created
it.
stuff. Yeah.
Was that
Ty, I threw in a positive point while you were gone, and that point was that Benny Snell had 84 yards rushing, and he did score.
that's crazy you say that because that was my third positive point is Benny Snell football.
I
is,
saw your notes.
What do you mean?
Saw your notes. That's how I knew.
Oh. I was like, can you see my phone? Is it from there?
Gotcha.
He was genuinely concerned.
I was like, damn, dude.
Look,
No.
he's like,
Hawkeyes.
did you
Yeah.
see that I have to get a massage later too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, but I mean, listen, out the gate, Benny Snell was running hard, and it seemed
Mhm.
like he was really the only one that was fucking trying out there for
Yeah.
a while.
He always does run hard.
Always,
Mhm.
and I love him for it. And if he, I know the weeks in between, like he'll have a good game here and there, and then you don't see him much. But if you could keep him consistently doing what he's doing now, that's your starting running back.
He has a
right?
good game here and there, and then you don't see him much because the good games that he has is when Connor's out, and then you don't see him much because Connor's back, and then
That's a
they
good point.
give Snell maybe 2 handoffs,
Hmm.
Mhm.
one of which might be a touchdown because it's on the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tough.
It's wild.
It's so wild.
But yeah, those are my 3 positive points, and I think probably the only 3 positive points from yesterday's game.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
trying to
Hope you guys-
find some other ones.
And it's hard. It's really hard.
Benny Snell had
kept-
23 receiving yards.
Yeah, they kept the sack streak alive, so there's
Yes.
that.
Hey, Derek Watt, positive point number 4. Derek Watt. And of course, right? It's Derek, not Derek. TJ.
TJ.
God,
Well, no,
I-
positive. Number 4 point is positive that Derek Watt is healthy right
Yes,
now. He
'cause
walked
he
off
almost
on his own
died
power.
yesterday.
He
Yeah, that
tweeted
was
out
scary.
saying, "Thank you, I'm okay." And positive point number 5, Ty, is his brother TJ Watt,
Mm,
Yes.
who is a Pro Bowl starter.
Yes.
Rightfully so.
Very much rightfully so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's disgusting.
Defensive player of the year, best defensive player in the league.
It's not even close.
Not even close.
It.
He's
Well,
excellent.
depends who you ask. You ask us, yeah, it's not even close. But anyone else that's not a Steelers fan or in the media will tell you otherwise.
Yeah.
Give you a
Well,
million
they'll
reasons
say Aaron
why not.
Donald, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I've got
But I mean-
I've got Aaron down. So in my CBS fantasy league, they have defensive players, and I have TJ Watt and Aaron Donald.
mm,
So if you guys
Yeah.
could chat and I'll compare the two. It's like Donald's
Cool.
sick, but was he comparative to TJ? What he's doing this year?
Well, and here's
Yeah.
what I think puts TJ a category ahead of him is when Bud Dupree went down, people thought TJ Watt's year was over. They said
Mhm.
without Bud pressuring the other side, there's no way he can do anything. And guess what? I think he's had a sack every game since.
Mhm.
So everyone can suck these nuts.
This
Sure.
week, TJ Watt had 6 points and Donald had 2. So there you go.
There you go.
The proof is in the pudding, the fantasy pudding.
And so yeah, we may have, lost to the Bengals, which sucked.
67
But
points.
the Rams lost to the Jets. And so TJ still put up 6 points in a loss to the Bengals, and Aaron
Yeah.
Donald only put up 2 points in a
Yo,
loss to the fucking
that's-
Jets.
That's extremely true. And what also is extremely true is Aaron Donald has 67 year-to-date fantasy points in this league, and TJ Watt is 82.
There you go.
I'm no doctor, but I think 82 is more than 67.
Sounds right.
13
It's hard to
sacks
say.
Yeah.
compared to so TJ's got one more sack, and
All I'm hearing is TJ is better out of your mouth right
That's
now.
what
oh,
I'm
and
hearing.
he's got 17 more tackles and an interception.
There you go.
I don't want to say kick rocks to Aaron Donald because he's sick and a product of Pitt, but
Proof, meat pudding. Pudding, meat proof.
you got
Come
you got
together.
pudding.
Yeah. No, I'm having pudding for dinner, is what I meant to say.
That sounds good.
Just a whole bowl of pudding for dinner.
Dude, I love pudding.
It's so good.
Dude, I haven't had
Any
a snack
flavor.
pack in a minute.
Mm.
Why would you make why would you get one of those? Just make it.
Make pudding.
Yeah, just make a big bowl.
The proof
It's-
is in the pudding, Ty.
Yeah, eat your
I'm
word.
about to be face first in the pudding in about
Oh my
20
God.
minutes.
Yo,
Going swimming.
this could be taken as a positive or a negative, but Jordan Berry had over 300 yards of punting.
I'm going to take that as a big fat negative.
Well, I was gonna say another positive. Boswell didn't miss a kick.
Now we're just picking at
Yeah.
straws as to
I
what's
know.
positive and what's not.
It is a positive.
Ebron got hurt yesterday, but he is okay, so that's a
That's
positive.
good.
Marcus
good.
Allen was hurt yesterday.
No,
as well.
Ty, now you're stretching it. I was being legitimate.
Yeah, fuck you.
Jordan Berry's putting that on his resume. He's gonna get
Yeah.
You
paid
think he had
somewhere.
to ice his leg after all the action he
Probably.
had going on? I mean,
Oh,
Just from
absolutely.
running back and forth from midfield to the sideline, like that alone was enough
Yeah.
to ice his leg.
See, that's what's crazy is the time of possession. We only lost the time of possession by 5 minutes. Like
What?
the Bengals had 32 minutes and 3 seconds. We had 27 minutes and 57 seconds.
and what that tells me is that it was just a bad football game.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like when I was watching, it seemed like the time of possession would have been like 70 to 30. Like
Yeah.
completely
Yeah.
fucked.
And here's when I knew we were fucked yesterday is when Michael, who is the voice of reason around here, he is the optimistic light at the end of the tunnel on everything, always, when it comes to Steelers. Yesterday when you texted
And
me,
life, Ty. Come on.
yesterday when you texted me and you said, I'm turning the game off, let me know what happens or don't. I was like,
Wow.
oh shit, like this is bad.
And what I did was instead of the power button, I just muted it. And I put on Wheezy.
Yeah,
Like
not a man of his word.
You're a liar,
I
but I appreciate that lie.
couldn't do that to the black and gold. Plus, I know you guys wouldn't update me, so I had to update myself.
Well, you said let me know what happens or don't, and I said I won't
Yeah,
It's
at all.
yeah, yeah.
You don't wanna
That's
know.
just how I was feeling at that point. I wanted you to know I was that frustrated that I was contemplating turning it off.
The thought.
That is bad.
That was
is
so
bad.
bad.
It was almost as bad as having 3 fumbles in a game.
Hey, here's another positive from yesterday. Steve Nelson looked really good on the defensive end too.
Yeah.
He had a pick for me in Madden last night too.
Oh, that's
Wow,
so
he's
dope.
really stepped it up.
Oh yeah, he
Dang.
killed it. Dude, Mike Hilton, phenomenal. Every
I was
game,
gonna say him.
in and
Yeah,
out,
he's so
every
good.
single game, every day or night, does home or away. Dude puts on.
Mm-hmm. They need to sign him
Yeah.
big
N-
time.
No, if you're gonna, yeah, they need to big time.
Yeah.
That's the next jersey I have to get. I have to.
I want to get a Mike Hilton Ole Miss jersey. That
think
would
he'll
be
just
sick.
mail me his
Yeah.
actual jersey that he had at Ole Miss?
Yeah, just tweet at him, right? That's how it
Sweet.
works.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you ask Fawn to ask him to do that, and then
Yeah,
you
true,
get
true,
it from
true.
Fawn.
Yeah, because us messaging every other athlete we've ever tried to interact with really worked out well in the past for us. Not.
Hey, I'm there
So.
with you. We just got to keep trying.
Yeah,
I
it's just
know.
like me trying to get a PS5. You just gotta keep spamming the add to cart button. You just gotta keep doing it.
Yeah, eventually it'll work. Eventually
Yeah.
they're gonna restock those PS5s and you're gonna get one.
And we're gonna get Mike Hilton maybe
There you
on.
go.
Okay.
If we do, we gotta have Jordan too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2021
there.
is looking up. I'll
Yes,
tell
And
you
for the
what.
record, For the record, Sony sold 19 million PS5s. Microsoft's only sold 9 million.
Wait a minute. They made 19 million PS5s. I don't believe
Yeah,
that.
no, I don't believe it.
And nobody
really
can
worth.
get one.
That's an inflated number.
19
I
million.
see so many people. No, it's not as many people that have one. It's fucking Cardi B bought 11 PS5s. What are you doing with 11
Are you
PS5s,
kidding?
you idiot?
You idiot.
Give me
That is
one
such
of
a
them.
joke.
I'll pay you $100 extra. Like,
Oh
I
my
just
God.
want it. That's what pisses me off. Is all the people that
These
give me the
people
PS5.
with power and money.
It's like, bro, I've been playing PlayStation since I was 6. Give me the PS5.
Since I was 6.
I fucking hate it.
I earned this. Before we do predictions for next week, I wanted to get
Oh,
all of your
God.
takes. Yeah, I know. I wanted to get
Oh.
all your takes on something though.
Okay.
Michael, you get something or what, dude?
Oh, I was just gonna say, because you always jump into the predictions, but I always have the previews up, and I can read you guys some
Oh yeah.
defensive points, rush.
Like it's gonna matter. You know
goodness.
how many analysts picked the Steelers to have 40 points yesterday?
Yeah.
All
Do you
of
know how
them.
many analysts said that Workhorse wouldn't go anywhere? Fuck the analysts.
Okay, fair enough. Fair point. Mike Hilton, man. A lot of people, again, seems to be a reoccurring thing year in, year out, calling for Mike Hilton to be fired or questioning
Tomlin.
his.
Yeah, I was like, why would?
That confused me.
Ty, give me 10 push-ups.
Yeah, what's wrong with your fucking cabeza?
I'm just gonna take a breather real quick. Give me one sec.
Dude must have drank a bottle of wine before this podcast,
It's
or
like
there's wine in
3/4.
that bottle.
I haven't
That's
drank a
all it
sip of
is.
alcohol, which is the concerning part.
Maybe that's why your brain's going out.
Yeah,
you
maybe.
need that. A good
I'll be right
juice.
back. No.
Yeah, you gotta get that motor oil.
Mike Tomlin, as a coach, people are questioning his ability.
The coach.
The coach.
Where do you read this? Because you always say these
Probably
things,
Steelers Twitter.
and I
Yeah,
never
yeah.
fucking see it.
When I say
It's because you don't have access to Yinz Daly's Twitter, Tapia.
Oh, I don't pay attention to anybody on Twitter.
when I say I see this being talked about all over, I mean I've read it on Twitter a few times. That's
Just say
what that is.
Steelers Twitter, yeah.
Steelers
Accurate.
Twitter.
Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead.
just say Steelers Twitter, so we're specific.
Mike Tomlin.
Winningest
What say
coach.
you? Just what say you? I mean, do you think he's fine? I mean, obviously they're losing, but like, is he fine?
I think
You want him
I'll
gone?
start. I'm gonna start quick. I
Go.
think Ben's fine. I think Tomlin's fine. I think the media fucking is not a good place, or they're not good people, and I can't even believe that people bring up, should we fire Tomlin? No, we shouldn't fire Tomlin. I'm done.
I'm done.
Boom.
End scene.
Yeah.
Jordan, sounds like you agree.
So with the main point, yes. I think Tomlin's fine. I would like him to be better.
Me too.
I would like him to be better than fine. My
Siri,
thing.
can I ask you before you?
Yeah. Mhm.
How would you like him to be better? In what aspects?
So
Well, if you let her finish, she would probably tell you.
what I was gonna say next was there's nobody I would prefer to be coaching the Steelers over Mike Tomlin. So it's not like I have this idealistic view of the coaching pool, like people who wanted Mike McCarthy to come in and take the reins from
Yeah.
that's just absurd and ridiculous and not at all rooted in anything that is factual. It's just hysteria media. I think there's a lot of talking that Mike Tomlin does. And obviously he's talking because he's talking to the media who's asking him questions. Like there's a level of conversation that happens whenever you're the head coach of an organization.
Mhm.
And that in and of itself is not what bothers me. I feel like there's a disconnect between what he's saying to the media and what we're seeing on the field week to week. And whenever it similar to Mike Sullivan with the Penguins in the postseason this past year, like when you're saying all the right things, but you're still throwing Jack Johnson on the ice for like 17 plus minutes every night,
Yeah.
like what?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah. What are you doing? What are you doing? And I think that he's a defensive mind. So that's his strength. And that's why our defense right now is outperforming our offense, because we have all of those pieces. We have the talent. He's really shining in that regard. And that's awesome, because for a while, having him, who came from defense, take over the reins of the whole Steelers playbook and not really being able to do anything with the defense was concerning. But now he's getting the defense to perform. Where I would like to see some change is how the offense is being run. Like, I understand that he and Ben have a very good relationship and he respects Ben and he kind of just lets Ben do his thing. But this is not the time to let Ben just do his thing, because he is greatly diluted in his thinking right now and his ability to read situations and stuff. Like, he needs to step in and be like, you are the quarterback, you're not the coach, and we need to find a way to get this offense working. The things that you're doing are not working, and that has to change. Like, it has to change, otherwise we're not going to win games. And
Yeah.
I just want to see him take control of the offense a little bit more than he is, instead of kind of stepping back and deferring to Ben, because Ben's not making good decisions right now. That it just is what it is.
Yeah. Shit. Literally hit the nail on the head there.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Well, I'll keep my point about Tomlin short and sweet. Never had a losing season. That's all that you need to know. If that's the case, if you've never had a losing season, and as long as he's been coaching, you're fine. You're good.
Mm-hmm.
End of conversation.
Yeah.
I saw a funny thing about Ben, because you know how he's like a born again like Christian, and somebody tweeted like, we need to get this man some porn, get him back on track.
Back to
I
his
saw that tweet.
2006 form, or what?
Get the Ben back in.
I was like,
Yeah.
if that's gonna get him slinging, give him a 5-minute video. I don't know. Like, he needs to do something.
He'll be slinging footballs
like you said,
and
Jordan,
kick if you get him back on the
It's
point.
not working.
Yeah.
And I would like to see some more leadership. I think we touched on this before, between Tappy, you might have said it, of Tomlin and Ben. Like, we love Tomlin because he's short and sweet, right? He's straight face, like no problem. But get some emotion on the sideline. Not rip into your guys, but like Ben, drop balls. Don't go over there and pat him on the back. Go over there and say, what are you doing, bro?
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving you good tosses. You need to catch that. That would be a first down. We wouldn't be on the sideline.
And that's, I mean, in short, they need to light a fire under all of their asses to start winning games. I mean, that's all there is to it. You need to take it personally that you've lost 3 in a row after winning 11 straight, and you're supposed to be
And you
the
don't
best
have a
team in the NFL.
cakewalk
No.
to end the season.
No. Alex, Tomlin comments, didn't get yours. What's
Yeah. My bad.
Loyalty above all, first of all. That's my guy.
Alex is a real one like that.
Dude, like, literally, even in 20 years when they get rid of him, I'm still gonna say we made a mistake.
He's gonna
The
be
next
walking the
jersey
sideline
purchase
with a
I want to
fucking
get is
can.
that Mike Tomlin jersey.
And Tomlin through. And look, like, it's one of those things that the only thing I'd want to see different right now is like just better play calling, right? That's what we strived on. It's what we kept harping on like all season, and that everybody knows what we're gonna do, right? Like, obviously this last game it was better, so let's build on that. Like, I'm optimistic in the fact that we're gonna, water always finds its level. We're gonna get back to our ways. We have time. Like, we're gonna make it to the playoffs, but we just need to build on this, right? We needed to just take that step, right? We don't have to blow it through the fucking roof and start, putting out 50 burgers. but we do need to look at ourselves and say, look, what are we doing wrong? What are we gonna do to correct that? Let's get going.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I think going back to just coaching overall, like I would love to see Tomlin, Ben, and Fichtner all work together as a unit better. Like that's what needs to happen to win. So
And Matt Canada, baby.
yeah,
Yeah.
Dude, the guy's been fucking awesome with his how he's implemented his snap count that he brought over from Wisconsin. Like I thought it works a lot.
Do we miss Mike Munchak or what?
Mm,
yeah.
a little
Yeah.
bit.
You miss Todd Haley?
At this point,
Yes.
Kind of. He was funny.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
funny to talk about.
yeah.
And at
And
least
he got
we
beat up
scored.
at a bar. So
And because apparently it wasn't his fault. The play calling still sucks.
Yep.
just like it wasn't Juju's fault that AB is such a dickhead.
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't want to bring it up earlier, but I saw so many comments. Not so many. I saw a handful of comments of people comparing AB to Juju.
It's just a bad comparison.
And I literally unfollowed the page that I was on. I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Nope, done.
It's just an uneducated comparison.
Yeah.
Because AB garnered a lot of national attention for totally different things, like tossing water coolers around on the sidelines and throwing temper tantrums. But people don't like to actually look at what's going on. They just see
They're
that
like
there's
Ty,
a
they're
lot of
headline
noise.
guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Guilty.
Guilty by association. Story of my life.
Shout out
Cool.
Kendrick.
Yeah. All right, Michael, why don't you hit us with some stats here before we get into predictions for next week?
The Steelers are the 30th ranked team in the league in regards to offensive yards per game.
Makes me want to.
The Colts are 15th in yards per game. Points per game, the Colts are 8th with 28 points, and the Steelers are 13th with 26.
Okay.
Pretty decent offenses. Defensively, we're second ranked in yards allowed. The Colts are 6th. And points per game, we're second with 18, and the Colts are 11th with 22. Pretty evenly matched offenses. Our defense statistically is better, but only by a few points, really.
And battle of the class of 2004?
2004.
2004. Philip versus Ben. Who's the better quarterback?
I'm laughing because I'm thinking of Eli. The dude's just hilarious.
What a quarterback class, though, man. It's
Yeah, but
crazy.
what's so
The
frustrating
longevity
is
of it.
like, it's like I would never think of Eli as a Hall of Famer, and I would want to think of Ben as a Hall of Famer, but they both have 2 Super Bowls, and Eli beat Tom Brady twice. Like, that's fucking sick.
Who would have thought Ben, Phillip Rivers, and Eli would have made it as far as they did, and Jamarcus Russell didn't? What?
Oh, dude, that's the media's fault. Jamarcus Russell's a G.
Yeah, true. All right.
Same with Vince Young.
So, Jordan, I don't know if we did it last time you were on, but we've been doing score predictions and then prediction of one player that you think is going to score a touchdown. Can be from either team if you're interested in, ripping our hearts out.
Oh,
Like I did with Stephon Diggs.
Yeah. Alex, though, will you read us what we had predicted for this past game?
Yeah.
This is
I-
Yeah,
weird.
mine was hilarious.
Yeah.
I did write these down. Just
31-6.
I get accused of not writing these down. So Ty said that Steelers were going to win 23-20, and James Conner was going to score a touchdown.
So you void that because he didn't play.
Psych.
So you were
Psych.
0 for 1.
joke's on you.
Yeah.
I said the game was going to end 27-17. Ray was going to run one back. That was false.
What was the final score?
It was 27-17.
Damn, you were close.
He just picked the wrong team.
Yeah.
Yeah, like literally picked the wrong team. Like, fuck.
Damn.
Grohr said the game was going to end 37-28. Oh, wait, shit.
No, 31-6.
Hold on. Let me in the wrong one.
Dude's on week 4.
Oh, shit. Hold on. I read the wrong week.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my, are you serious?
I swear to God. All right.
Unreal.
Well,
Unbelievable.
Ty said the game was going to end 28-13. Claypool was going to score a touchdown. I said the game was going to end 27-11. Ray, of course.
That's right. You put the 11 in
Yeah, he
there
put
out
the
of nowhere.
11.
Yeah, I put the 11. And then Grower said 31-3. James Conner / T. Higgins.
Nice. T. Higgins was their leading receiver, I think.
Yeah, because Boyd went down. Fucked up my parlay.
Product of Pitt.
Yeah.
I had him and Deontay for touchdowns, man.
Ugh.
I know.
Well, shoot.
Okay.
So we were none of us were close.
I don't think
Yeah.
any of us have been close once all season.
What was the week before?
I'm better at betting soccer.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
you
no
truly
shit.
are. You truly are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Who wants to start a score prediction, touchdown prediction? Volunteers. Tribute.
Not me.
All right, I'll start.
All right, do
There
it.
you go.
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right, I think hold on, I'm changing it as we speak. I think Steelers are gonna win 27-21.
Ooh.
And of course I'm gonna take, as I do every week, Ray. Yo, I'm gonna fucking die on that too.
If Tapia put $10 on Ray to score every week, he'd be out $160 quick.
Yeah. But I don't bet on it.
Oh.
My dumbass did. I'm out $160.
Dude, I lost so much money betting on the Steelers yesterday, by the way. So much fucking money. Not even like one bet. It was like a million little bets. And I
Yeah,
didn't
so
get-
even if one hit, you wouldn't make money.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was like if just one of them hit, I would still come out up $5. It's cool.
Unreal.
Okay. Ray to score. I doubt it, but that's cool. I'll go next.
Fucking eat your words one of these days.
I'll eat something, dude. I'm gonna go Steelers 20, Colts 17.
Ooh.
Man, this is so hard. This is so hard for me. I'm just gonna go Juju. He bounces back.
All right.
With or
Safe
without
bet.
the dance.
Mm.
I'll bet you that he does in fact dance. And I'll tell you what, I'll also take the over on the over under of the amount of times the announcers mentioned that both Ben and Philip were in the same draft class.
Oh yeah,
Oh my
they're
God,
gonna-
that's
they-
gonna
I'll
be-
parlay that with the amount of times they mentioned Juju as a TikTok star or just mention TikTok or dance.
Yep.
Like, yeah. I'll parlay all 5 of those I just said.
God. And it's Nance and Romo, so they're gonna be just oh my God.
An unbearable fucking crew.
My problem is just more Jim Nance.
Yeah.
Well, they'll probably end up talking about Patrick Mahomes more than
Yeah.
even Ben and Phillip Rivers.
I don't mean to bring this up in the middle of the predictions, but do you guys
Who you are.
predict that Juju's gonna dance again? Because he
Yes.
posted last week.
Yeah.
They told me to. I hope he doesn't stop. I hope he keeps doing it.
Neither. And that's my thing.
Like
I
he
hope-
better do it until the season's over.
At this point,
Yeah.
you can't.
Yeah.
If you wanted to stop, you had to stop after.
And I don't think
last
I don't
week.
think at one point in his mind he ever thought that he would stop. Like
Yeah.
because that's who he is. I just hope Tomlin didn't say stop.
Mhm.
Okay.
Sorry.
Let's end with Jordan. So, Michael, why don't you give us yours?
Shit. So I mean, if I'm being honest, I don't think the Steelers win this game. But if they do,
Yeah.
they're gonna win. They're gonna win like frickin' 17-10.
Yeah.
And Jonathan Taylor is gonna score.
Okay. I thought it would be frowned upon to
I think,
I-
pick the
I think
Colts to
Michael
win.
Pittman's gonna score.
Nice. That's a good one. It's always the people you don't expect to do it, and you picked Ray and Michael Pittman. So
I love Michael Pittman.
I'm gonna parlay those two.
Bet on it.
What was your final score?
Mine was
17-10?
17-10,
Okay.
which I mean, yeah,
Wait,
I
who'd
don't
you
know.
say again?
The Steelers would win 17-10.
I know, but who'd you predict?
Jonathan Taylor to score, but no, Ebron. For the Steelers, I'll put Ebron.
Is he going to be
'cause
back?
Oh,
He
he'll
might be
be
out.
back. He'll be back. It's against
That-
his former team, dude. He'll be
Yeah.
back. Like
Yeah,
crack.
I get the pun, dude. That's hilarious. Because he almost broke his back.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Did.
Cool. All right. Jordan, what do you got?
I don't feel confident saying the Steelers will win.
Me either.
So it's going to go one of two ways.
They win or they lose.
So if they win, it's going to be low scoring, tightly contested. It'll probably be like they get maybe 10 points, maybe 14 points, and they hold the Colts to a couple field goals, maybe a touchdown. So like 10-6, 14-7, something like that.
A one-score game.
Yeah, a one-score game if we win. If the Colts win, though, it's going to be the most inspired fucking performance of Phillip Rivers.
Like 31-17.
Yeah, they're going to blow us out if they win. I think this is the week that Chase Claypool scores again, because it's been way too long. I think if he gets in and has an opportunity, he's going to take advantage of it and he's going to score. Maybe on a jet sweep, maybe a pass into the end zone. I don't really know, but I feel like he's going to score.
Do you think
again.
it'll be a deep ball? Do you see a deep ball to Claypool happening for a score?
I think Ben needs to get himself right before he can even attempt to throw a deep ball again, because he's underthrowing everybody at this point. So
yeah,
I think that if it is a pass play, he's gonna cut across the middle and make some guys miss.
It'll be a red zone score.
Yeah.
I feel you.
I
feel that.
I hope you're all right, except for Michael. You can eat shit.
You don't want Ebron to come back from that injury, score a touchdown, and the Steelers to win 17-10?
No, I'm talking about the Jonathan Taylor touchdown thing.
He's a beast.
It's true.
Freaking Gio Bernard, porn star stash, put up 2 scores.
Yeah, but yet we fucking hold Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, fucking.
Yeah, well, we don't have Robert Spillane, we don't have Devin Bush, we don't have Bud Dupree.
Yeah,
Vince.
that's fair.
Vince, I can't even believe I forgot him.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough look out there.
When we swept the Ravens.
True.
Yeah,
There.
fuck them.
About to sweep the Browns.
I hope so. God, if we lose to the Browns, I will just.
We will never, ever hear the fucking end of it.
No, I can't.
Ever.
I am not prepared to handle that.
No.
I'm not prepared to handle the whatever the outcome is the Colts at the Steelers. It's a home game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Home game helps, but you need to win at home, plain and simple.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. We'll find out what the fuck happens, though. Hopefully we don't go 4 in a row.
Oh my God.
I would literally puke all over the floor.
The last matchup between these two teams was November 3rd of 2019, and the Steelers won 26-24.
I remember.
We played them last year.
Didn't we win on them missing a field goal kick or something?
I don't know, but that sounds like circa 200005 Mike Vanderjagt.
Yeah. Oh, he never misses.
Oh,
he
he
did.
Except
missed.
once.
Yep. Oh, that was
once.
amazing.
Well, wasn't that the whole thing that Vinatieri was just not good?
Yeah, you're correct. Tapia, holy shit. You're right.
That's hilarious.
Steelers goal.
Wow, that's right. And it came down to the very end.
Yep.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah, literally. And it was against Jacoby Brissett.
Dang.
No, it was Brian Hoyer.
Yeah, because Jacoby Brissett got lit up in the first quarter.
Brian Hoyer, 17-26, 168 yards and 3 scores.
Was this in the Duck days, or was Mason starting then?
That I can answer right now. Mason was 26 of 35,
There you go.
191 yards a score.
Brian
Alright.
Hoyer.
Trey Edmonds had 12 attempts, 73 yards on the ground.
Damn, yo, throw him in the mix. Cool. We'll find out.
Unreal.
We need must-win game here.
Dude,
Thumbs.
Jalen Samuels was the leading receiver.
Wow.
Believe that too.
This was a year ago.
Yeah. How the turntables. Okay. Jordan, let everyone know where to find your podcast, your Twitter, all of it.
Boom. So yeah, my podcast Helmet Hair is anywhere you listen to podcasts, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google, Amazon, where I don't even know. I've lost track of where you can listen to podcasts. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. My podcast is at Helmet Hair Pod, and then my personal is at Fidge Newton, Fidge Newton, like the cookie.
Like
It's
the
the best
Patriots
Twitter,
quarterback.
Exactly. Can you
True.
call him a quarterback?
True.
No, you can't.
No.
True.
That's his
Also,
official title.
shout out you. I saw on Twitter you've created a new trend of a made up word, and I'm into it. It's ass garbage or something. Was that
Oh yeah, ass trash.
it? Ass trash.
Yeah.
Ass trash.
I-
I saw that and I was like, I'm gonna start saying that.
Yeah, I used that phrase over a year ago with some coworkers, and I really made a push to try to get it to catch on, but it for some reason didn't break out of our little group. So I just let it go until all of a sudden, when I stopped trying, it caught on. So yeah, ass trash, awful is typically how I describe things that are just, ass trash, awful.
Ass trash.
Culo basuro.
I'm gonna assume that was ass trash in Spanish.
Yeah, there you go.
CC.
Nice. All right. Well, hopefully there's no more ass trash from here on out from the Steelers. We'll find out.
I want
Episode
none of it.
161.
None of it.
Make sure to check out Jordan's stuff. Thank you again for coming out. I
Yo.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thanks for having me.
The
Love it.
Niners are signing Josh Rosen from the Bucks
Yeah, I've
practice
seen
squad. What?
Oh,
Interesting move. Check us
Yeah.
out, Yinzertainment.com. You know what it is.
you know what it is.
The social media links are there. The podcast links are there. Whatever she said as far as where you can find a podcast, you could pretty much find us there.
Just Google her name.
Yeah, and it won't come up until like page 3 on Google, but it's whatever. Social media at Yinz Daily, YINZ. Check it all out. We'll be back. Hey, happy holidays, Merry Chrysler, Happy Christmas, all that good stuff to everyone out there, and you as well, Jordan. Not you
Thank
two,
you.
though. You guys can eat it. We'll be back next week after
Frickin' Scrooge.
the holidays. Hopefully, with the Steelers win under our belts. We'll find out. Deuces out you.